Hey guys, this is Gigi with Paper Trails by Gigi, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're joining me for the first time. Here on my channel, I share my budgeting journey through cash stuffings and fund savings challenges. I do use prop money. I've been using prop money the past few months, and I do this for convenience and to represent the funds I have in the bank so that my envelopes and my bank accounts are perfectly balanced. So, guys, let's get into today's video. I'm going to basically be showing you how I prepare for payday. So let's get started. I do have this Budget Mom book, but I'm going to write everything here. All right, y'all. So I do get paid on, this is a magic month for me, thank goodness. So I'm just going to write October here, and I get paid on the 15th. And what we are expecting from my paycheck is $1,750. My check is a little short. I had some unpaid sick time, so that's what that is. And I do have a rollover, I guess you can say, from my last paycheck. I decided to pay my take out funds for my electric bill and my gas bill. It is not due until probably like 11/3, so I could pay that with my October, I think that's October 29th check, but I want to go ahead and pay it now just to kind of get ahead, and that last check can kind of be, you know, I have more funds available. So from rollover we have $305. Let me see if I can zoom y'all in a little bit. Okay, I'm looking at my little monitor, y'all. I got fancy. I figured out how to look at my laptop and make sure that I was in frame. Yeah, I sure did. All right, y'all. So we got $1,750 plus $305, and that is $2,055. All right, y'all, so we got $2,055. So we're gonna do tithes, and that's gonna be $206. We're gonna do my car insurance. I pay that every 6 months, and I believe it's $767, somewhere in there, and I have 590 something saved. So what I have to pay to satisfy my October 18th payment is $177. It's $177.10, so I'm just gonna do $177. I have my Apple storage. That is $3. I have my Yahoo Mail storage. That is $2. Natural gas, that's the utility bill. I am budgeting $65 for that. It hadn't come out yet, but that's on the high end, so of course we won't know until it actually comes out. My electric bill, I'm budgeting that also on the high end for $275. And what else do we have? Okay, and that is it for my basically my fixed expenses, my bills. So we have 206 plus 177 plus $3 plus $2 plus $65 plus $275, and that gives us a total of $728. And so 2,055 minus 728, that gives us $1,327. All right. So we will bring that $1,327 down into our leftover column. So next, these are my variable expenses. So we have groceries, and that's going to get $200. We have gasoline, and that's going to be $80. Tell me my pen is running out. We have spending, which is going to be $75, and dining, which is going to be $50. So we're going to add up our variable expenses, and that's 200 plus 80 plus 75 plus 50. And that is a total of $405. So now we're going to subtract 405 from our 1327. So that gives us leftover of $922. Next, let's go into my debt. So for my debt, I have my credit card, my Saver credit card from Capital One. And this is just from September, y'all, just spending and not really staying on budget. I'm just being transparent. So that means that since I don't want to be in debt or pay interest, I have to pay this Saver credit card off. So that is going to be $443. And that is due on October 27th. I decided I wanted me some good quality leggings, and they are $65 each. And I bought 2 pairs, so I put that on a firm, and the no interest every 2 weeks is going to be $35 every 2 weeks. So we got that. That's my debt. Okay, let's move into what I'm going to put into my sinking funds. So let's start with my short-term binder. And we already have groceries, gas, spending, and dining. So let's flip to household. I haven't done my unstuffing video, so we really truly don't have anything in household. So I'm gonna put $30 for household. Dates, we're gonna do $10. The grands, my grandbabies, they're gonna get $10 as well. Then now let's move into my long-term binder. That's it for my short-term binder. So my long-term binder, let's start with car maintenance. Car maintenance is gonna get $25. So let's do medical next, so we can be somewhat in order. Medical is getting $5. Home. Home is getting $20. Car registration is getting $5. Y'all, I know my penmanship is not the best. Okay, vacation is gonna get $10. Gifts is getting $5. Subscriptions is getting, that's my annual subscriptions. Subscriptions is getting $10. And that is, HOA. HOA is getting $20. Next, let's get into my personal binder. And typically what I do, I just start subtracting. So we had $9.22 left over. So I just subtract these amounts from the $9.22 as I go. So personal hygiene is getting $20. Beauty is getting $50 because I am in desperate need of a pedicure. Lock appointments is fully funded for this upcoming appointment. Paper Trails by Gigi is getting $10. Okay, so let's total the sinking funds up first. So for our sinking funds total, we have $230. Now let's see where we are. So we did $2,055 minus $728. That gave us the $1,327. And then subtract all the variable expenses. So minus $405. That gave us the $922. Bring that over to sinking funds. So $922 minus the $230. Which is all of our sinking funds totaled up. That leaves us with $692. And $692. And here is our debt. Our debt is $443.35. So let's put $692 here. Minus $443 minus $35. That leaves us with $214. 443 plus 35. Okay, our debt is $478. So that leaves us with $214. So this is primarily my budget for my bills, my variable expenses, my debt, and my savings, my sinking fund. Let's get another sheet of paper and we're going to do my savings challenges. We're going to do the monthly savings challenge. And that's going to be $25. That's how much I'm going to allocate. We're going to do Uno. That's going to be $10. We're going to do our Budget Streets Savings Challenge. That's going to be $12. And we're going to do our Airplane Savings Challenge. That's going to be $25. And we're going to do our Bling Savings Challenge. We're allocating $10 for that. And our Butterfly savings challenge. We're allocating $20 for that. Now, as far as my savings challenges goes, some of these I don't know what the exact amount will be. Like my monthly savings challenge, I can choose how much I'm going to put in there. Uno is a game, so I'm really not sure about that, but I really don't want to go over $10. My budget street savings challenge, I probably will be able to find 4 creators, and it's $3 per creator, so I'm allocating $12 for that. The airplane savings challenge, I won't really know what that's going to be because that's a roll the dice, but I'm allocating $25 for that. The bling savings challenge, I can choose how many bling crystals I want to save for, and it's $10 a crystal, so I know that's exact. And the butterfly savings challenge, that's a scratch off savings challenge, and that may not be exactly $20. So give or take a few dollars here and there, but this primarily is what I'm allocating towards my savings challenges. And that amount total is 25 plus 10 plus 12 plus 25 plus 10 plus 20. That is $102. So let's recap. So we have $214 left, and we can put that up here. $214 left. Our savings challenges is $102. So $214 minus $102, and that leaves $112. So I'm gonna just put that in buffer. Which means that we will have a zero-based budget. All right, you guys, so here for my variable expenses, I'm just going to combine everything. So that's going to be $405. And that's for groceries, gas, spending, and dining. So I'm just going to write variable expenses here. Variable expenses. And then for my short-term binder, which is household dates, the grands, car maintenance, household dates and the grands. So household dates and the grands. Household is getting $30. Dates is getting $10, and the grands is getting $10, and that is $50. Let me write my denominations here: 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. Okay. So now let's move into my long-term binder. So I'll put long-term here, and then that will be car maintenance. That's $25. Medical, $5. Home, it's $20. Car registration, that's $5. Vacation, $10. Gifts, $5. Subscriptions, $10. And HOA is $20. So I will total up that amount.
We have 25 plus 5 plus 20 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10 plus 20.
That's $100. That's what's going into my long-term category in the bank. So I'll do all the denominations once I get this column together. Okay, next it will be my personal binder, and that is my personal hygiene. That's $20. Beauty, $50. And Paper Trails by Gigi is $10. And that's 20 plus 50 plus 10. That's $80. 20 plus 50, yeah, that's $80. All right, so next I put in how I want everything split up. So on this sheet, since I have groceries, gas, spending, and dining split up, I can just do, I know that I want 2 $100 bills for my groceries, so I'm gonna put 2 there. Gas, I want 2, that's $80, so I want 4 20s. For spending is $75, so I'm gonna give myself, for spending I'm gonna do 75, but dining I'm also gonna need another $50 bill, so I'm gonna do 2 50s, 50 for spending, one of the 50s for spending, and then a 50 for dining. So spending 150, two 10s, and 1 5, that's 75, and then the dining, that's the other $50 bill. So let's make sure that's $405. So we have 2 $100 bills, that's 200, plus 2 50s, that's 100, plus 4 20s, that's 80, plus 2 10s, that's 20, plus 1 5, for a total of $405. Okay, so for my variable expenses, I'm just going to add everything together. Since that's $405 for groceries, I'm going to give myself 2 $100 bills. For gas, I'm going to give myself 4 20s. For spending, I'm going to give myself 150, 2 10s, and 1 5. And then for dining, here's the other $50 bill. So that totals $405. So for my short-term binder, it's $50. So I have household is getting 30. So that's 120 and 110. Dates is getting 10. The grands is getting 10 for $50. For car maintenance, it's getting 25, so it's going to get one $20 bill and one $5 bill. Medical is getting one $5 bill. Home is getting one $20 bill. Car registration is getting a 5. Vacation is getting a $10 bill. Gifts is getting a 5. Subscriptions is getting a $10 bill. And HOA is getting a $20 bill. And that's for $100. And personal hygiene, my personal binder, personal hygiene is getting one $20 bill. Beauty is getting a $50 bill. And Paper Trails by Gigi is getting a $10 bill. And that is $80. So this is really, like I said, I use prop money, so I have all the bills I need. So this is just kind of to give me a visual when I'm cash stuffing. This is what I use this cash envelope breakdown for. But if you're using real cash, this needs to be accurate. Okay guys, so this is what I do before each payday. I get my numbers together, my budget together, and I transfer funds from my spending account to my category. And how I separate each category, basically I have my binders. I have that the name of my account saved as my binder. So short term, long term, personal binder, monthly savings challenges, and savings challenges. All of that is separated in my accounts. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.